What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are having a good day. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to find motivated sellers with zero money. Okay. So, I know a lot of times when you're starting out, you probably don't have a big budget, right? You don't have a lot of money to spend on marketing and tools and resources, right? You're probably getting into this business because you want to learn how to make money um, without buying a property, right? So, you probably don't have a big marketing budget. So if that's you, today's video is all about that. I'm going to show you two ways that you can start finding motivated sellers with little to no money. Okay. So if that's you, you're on a budget, but you want to start getting your first deal and you want to start making some consistent income, I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do to start getting motivated seller leads so you can start closing deals and start making some money. Okay. Now, I'm assuming if you're already closing deals, you probably have a little bit more of a marketing budget. So this is for you. If you're just starting off, trying to get your first deal, and you got little to no money. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the two best ways. Now, there's a few different ways of doing this, but in my experience, I'm gonna tell you the two best ways that I have found in this business to do this. All right. So let's get into it. As you come in here, introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from and put any questions that you have into the chat, and I will try to answer those for you at the end of today's training. Okay. All right. What up? What up? All right. So let's get into it. Now, the first way, the number one way to find motivated sellers with no money, right, is one you probably already heard of, probably one you've heard me talk of, and probably every other investor talks about, which is driving for dollars. Okay, now this is very, very simple, but the problem is a lot of people don't do it. And it's a very, very effective way of doing this business when you're first starting off. Every single person watching this live or watching this recording of this video could get a deal driving for dollars if they wanted to. I'm almost positive of that. But the problem is people don't want to put the work in to do it. Because yes, it does take a little bit of work, right? You got to get out there, you got to walk around, drive around, take your bicycle. It doesn't matter what it is. And you have to be willing to get out there and put the time and effort into actually driving around and trying to find these properties that look distressed. Okay, so when you're driving for dollars, all you have to do is get in your car or bicycle, whatever you want to do, and you just want to go around neighborhood to neighborhood on the way to work, on the way back from work, on the weekends, at nights, whatever it may be. And you want to drive around as many neighborhoods as you can. You try to find houses that just look in distress, right? Maybe they have like a tarp on the roof, broken windows, long grass, right? It could be peeling paint. It could be a number of different things. But try to find properties that look like they need work, and the owner probably can't afford to fix up the property. So they might be interested in getting a cash offer and selling at a discount. Okay. Now, these people are probably motivated. Now, this is a great way of doing this. And the best part is this list. You really can't pull this list online, right? You can't pull a list of properties that you're driving around and you find. So when you find these people, there's probably a lot less people talking to them as well than a list you just pull online with a high equity or a vacant house list or whatever it may be. Now, they might be on the list, but maybe they're not. So there probably is a lot less competition for these types of houses. And so all you got to do is call them up. Say, hey, I was driving around. I saw your property over there on Main Street. Very interested in buying a house in the area. Would you be interested in selling? Very simple, right? So drive around, make a list, get a piece of paper and a pen, write down the address. Okay, then from there, all you have to do is go into estesdata.com. It will tell you the owner's information, and you can get their phone number, and you just call them up. Okay, very, very simple. Let them know you're looking for a property, see if they might be interested in selling. Okay, now you do this enough. Try to do at least, if you can get 10 a day, 10 houses a day that you find, that's a great start. But like anything, you have to be consistent. With this business, a lot of people fail, and they fail within the first week because they give up. Now, it's going to take time starting a business and making money. If you expect to come out of the gate and starting a business and make money out of your first week, don't start a business. Don't start a real estate business. Don't start any business because it takes work to make money. right? If you're here for a quick fix, I think you can make one phone call, you're in the wrong business. Or you probably should never start your own business because it takes work. Okay, you stick working for somebody else if that's you. Now, if that's not you and you have some hustle and you have some drive and you're willing to put the work in, then this is a perfect opportunity because it doesn't cost anything. It just costs a little bit of your time. So if you're willing to put a little bit of time in to make $10,000 to $15,000 on one deal, put the time in. It will be worth it. Okay. Now let's talk about number two. Now, if you've done driving for dollars, let's go back to this for a second. If you've done driving for dollars and you made money at it, or you tried and you failed, put in the chat why you failed, why it worked. Let me know your comments on that. Because I'm telling you right now, most likely the reason it didn't work is you just haven't talked to enough people. Maybe you found 10, 20 houses, 100 houses. It's going to take more than that sometimes. Keep it up until you get a deal. Okay? Let's talk about option number two. The second best way that I found to do this business and get motivated seller leads with zero money. Okay. Now this can be right done. What I'm talking about is going down to your local county courthouse. Okay. Now we all know you can pull lists online, right? On Estes data, right? You can, let me just put this in here for people who want to know about this. Estes data right here. Now, everyone knows you can go on Estes data or PropStream or a bunch of these different websites and you can pull motivated seller lists, right? Like your probates, pre-foreclosures, vacant houses, all this type of stuff, right? You can pull those lists of those motivated sellers. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is you can actually get all those lists for free. Okay, 100% free, you can get all these lists. But once again, when anything is free, it's going to take more work than just downloading something, right, from the internet. You're paying for convenience on that, right? So if you go to Estes data, yes, it costs $97 a month and you can get all this information. But if you don't have $97, most likely you probably got more time than you do money. So if that's you, you can go down to your county courthouse and you can pull all this information 100% free, okay? All this information is all public records and it's free to everybody, okay? You go down to your county courthouse and you can pull all the probate lists. You can pull pre-foreclosures. You can pull bankruptcies, okay? You can pull divorce. You can pull tax liens. You can pull all these motivated seller lists for free. But once again, it's going to take time. You're going to have to go through one by one, write down the information, or sometimes, depending on where you live, you can actually get it online as well. But it takes more effort on your part. Once again, how bad do you want it? Do you want it bad enough to put the work in? Do you want to make an extra $10,000? Is it worth 10 hours of your life? Is it worth 100 hours of your life? What's it worth to you? If you're failing, if you're not putting the work in, you're not going to be able to do this. Okay, if you're starting off on a shoestring budget, you want to learn how to do this with no money, be willing to put the time in. Okay, if you're willing to put the time in, you're willing to use the effort, you can make money in this business. This business is very simple. It's a simple concept. The people who fail at this business is because they just don't put the work in. I don't want that to be you. So that's two free ways, okay, 100% free that you can go out there and start getting motivated seller leads 100% free. Okay, so put in the comments, have you tried those? If you haven't, tell me why not. And let me know what your biggest struggles are currently. I'll take a couple minutes here at the end and I will answer your questions for you. We'll do a little Q&A, all right? So those are the two easiest ways that I have found. I've been in this business 20 years, okay, almost 20 years in real estate, okay? And I've been doing this forever. And those are the two easiest ways and free ways of getting motivated sellers so you can start getting your first or second deal. Okay, now once you do that, obviously there's more convenient ways of doing it so you can scale. Okay, and when you're ready to scale, I'm here to help you do that as well. Now, if you haven't learned already from some of my previous videos, if you're interested in this business and maybe you're already doing deals, but you want help scaling, okay, I have a one-on-one mentorship program where I'll personally help you scale your business from maybe you're just starting off, you've done one deal, right? And you want to start doing 10 deals a month. You want to build a business that can make $1 million a year. If that's you, I have a one-on-one mentorship program. I will personally help you in your business every single day. I will help you with every aspect in building your business. I can be over your shoulder anytime you need me so I can help you succeed. A lot of time when people are starting off, the problem they have is not the information, but the implementation, right? They need help actually implementing the stuff that they're learning. So I can be there to personally implement each step and help you build a scalable business like mine that makes over $100,000 each month. So if that's you, make sure you go to Apex Wholesaling. I'm going to put it right down here for you guys and click the second option. And if you're interested in that, you want some help building your business, we can actually schedule a 20-minute phone call and we can talk about working together and see if we're a good fit. Okay. So go there, go to Apex Wholesaling, check that out. And if that's you, if you're interested in building and scaling a business, we can set up a phone call. I can personally talk to you about what it looked like to work together, and we can just see if we're a good fit. If we're not, either way, I can evaluate what you're currently doing and kind of audit you and try to point you in the right direction. Okay, so you got nothing to lose. So check that out and go to apexwholesaling.com. I'm going to do a little bit of Q&A here before we wrap up. Answer any questions that you have. So if you're on here live right now, put your questions inside the chat, and I will answer those for you. All right, let's see what we got.
Hey, how's it going? This is Andrew over at Max Home Offer. Come the other line.
My issue is finding the right paperwork. Where do I download the forms to use for the seller and the buyer? Okay. Very simple. There's a couple different ways of doing this. If you join my free Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Step by Step, I actually give you the contracts for free. Okay, so join that group and we will email those to you when you join. Okay, second way, I have a partnership program. Okay, it's only $47 a month that I'll actually help you close deals. Okay, inside there, I give you all the contracts as well. Okay, so one's a completely free way. Second one's $47 a month. You get all the contracts as well, and I'll actually help you close them. Okay. Okay. I can find all that info. Yes, you can. Above. What are some of your Facebook ad samples for sellers? I don't use Facebook. We've tried Facebook in the past. We don't currently use it. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, so if you're currently driving a truck, I mean, what we talked about, just driving for dollars is the easiest way. As you're driving around the country or wherever you are, all you have to do is take note down of addresses that look in distress, right? Find distressed properties as you're driving around, write down the phone number, and then from there you can, once you have the address written down, you can get the person's phone number and you just call them up or send them a piece of mail or whatever you want to do. So those motivated sellers are all over the country. All you got to do is take down the address, and from there, it's easy to figure out who owns the property. So that's the easiest way to do this, 100% free if you don't have limited time because you're already on the road. So just take down that information as you're driving. You can go to my free Facebook group. Okay, go to my free Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Step by Step. I'll give it to you for free. Or inside my partnership program, I will help you close the deals and I give you all the contracts as well. And you go to Apex Wholesaling for that as well. How do you get a phone number? By using the address. Go to truepeoplesearch.com, truepeoplesearch.com. And you can do the reverse address lookup. You put the address in, and it'll give you the phone number of the person. You don't tell sellers you're a wholesaler. Okay, that's number one. You just tell them that you're going to buy the property. You don't need to tell them that it's somebody else. Okay. So you never tell the seller that you're selling the deal to somebody else. Only thing they care about is selling the property. So long as you perform on that, and you or a partner of yours buys it, essentially, it doesn't matter. You're fulfilling your side of that by actually buying that property and selling it for that seller. So no need to tell them. Okay, guys? Cool. All right. Any more quick questions here before we wrap up today? Just do a quick recap. Number one way that's 100% free is driving for dollars. Number two is go down to get the public records down to your county courthouse. 100% free ways of getting motivated seller leads. All you got to do is put a little bit of work in. If you can do that, you can start making money in this business. All right, guys, go to apexwholesaling.com if you want some actually help implementing and scaling your business. If not, I'll see you guys next week on next week's live. Talk to you soon.